me take you through the session content, what we will cover. So we will look at the traditional and modern ways of the cloud usage. We will also go through how traditional IT delivers actually value to the business, how in compare with that modern IT delivers value to the business, how modern cloud organization design looks like. And of course, there are many ways how to achieve that, but I will show you one of them, which is publicly available. How the platform team looks like, how the workload team looks like, and then what would be the modern IT outcome. So if you would transform your organization in such a way I'm describing, what's supposed to be the outcomes you can achieve with that. So are you ready? Let's go. So if you look at the traditional versus modern use of cloud, usually you have some on-premise data center in the start, in the beginning. And we can say you have it in Azure, and the Azure would be the way to go, the Microsoft Cloud. There are two options you can go to. With many organizations and customers, I see as a consultant and architect that they actually use existing ITIL processes. They use existing governance and existing policies. They use existing security and risk controls. They use same culture. They have not changed any people management skills, like people change. They don't use management of change to change their people mindset. And they have same approach to user and employee experience. They use same tools, IT for IT tools, meaning tools for patching, tools for monitoring, tools for management, tools for software distribution, etc. And of course, with all of that, basically you have new tool, cloud, and you use it the same way as the previous on-premise environment. Unfortunately, with that, it usually leads to current state of affairs with a lot of issues and inefficiencies, same speed, less control, similar results, and business value is limited, and there is some additional effort the teams needs to make to really work well with cloud. On the other hand, if you invest into the transformation, and if you say you want to play the new game and work in native cloud, you need to make or create or manage a couple of things. You need to establish your IT new processes. We call it in Microsoft modern service management, which would stand for like modern ITIL, modern processes, modern governance, modern policies, modern security and risk controls. And you need to establish DevOps. That's why we are here all today. So DevOps and modern service management, both together, not only MSM or only DevOps. That doesn't work usually. Then you need to work with cloud native IT tooling, what means that you try to deploy everything with the cloud native applications, cloud native services, and not use any on-premise or not native technologies. Also, you want to change the culture. You want to change people, because the people mindset in DevOps, it's the critical thing to achieve, and we will discuss this later. And also, you want to change the end user and employee experience focus. So you want to change your people, your IT people and your business people, that their primary focus is not anymore to deliver service with some performance on some SLAs, service level agreements, which was what was happening before. But what you want to do is to really ensure that we focus on the end user experience. So you focus on the employee experience focus. So on my employees as an organization and on my end users and consumers of my services. If with this approach, you really get to a new state of affairs, and you will have a lot of benefits of that, and you will see what benefits you have in the end of the presentation. If we have a look on a little bit funny presentation or funny comparison with what I was talking about just right now, if you imagine the horse and the car, and the horse is pulling the car. That would be our current environment. So basically, something what we have done in 18th century, let's say, and it was working well. Everyone was riding a horse. Everyone was being pulled by horse. Probably not this such kind of car. That's why it's funny. But it was maybe a little bit different type of car. But what happens in many organizations is that what they do is actually they modernize the car. They take cloud environment, they take all the new beautiful tools, and they say, this is my amazing cloud organization, but the horse is still pulling the car. There is no Ferrari engine. There is no Lamborghini engine. There is still the horse. And the horse represents the everything what is about modernization, what needs to be modernized, the things I've discussed previously, DevOps, modern service management, culture transformation, and everything. So if you really take all these through, you become a truly professional cloud organization, which can be represented by Re-Auto. If you have not seen that, you can visit re.auto, where you see this really automated car which works fully automatically based on all these sensors. We can refer to Tesla or some other types of cars which already has it partially. So you see this difference, yeah? So I'm using still the horse, or I'm using really the modern technology, 4 motors, fully automated, fully organized in different way. So how traditional IT actually delivers value to the business? So if you look, when we would have a look at how traditional IT delivers value to the business, we can see that people, process, and technology actually supplies the platform with their work and resources. On the platform, we usually build the IT service. And this is all what happens in IT. So in IT, I built an IT service with my people and with my products. And I hand over this to the business. And in the business, they take it, they kind of rephrase it to line of business application. They take they use it by their business process, and they deliver some product or service to their end users or to the consumers, to their customers. Why business does it? Of course, to compete with their competition, to build some new markets, and to innovate. But when you have a look how the IT actually receives feedback and how long it takes, you see that the demand from the business needs to go from the product to the business process, to a line of business application, then to the IT service owner. And when the IT service owner gets the demand from the business, he might or might not actually work with that and transform it to some feedback to the platform team. And platform team might or might not to send it to other teams. So as you can see, there could be a lot of issues in this model. And there is this classic friction between business and IT department, which we know about, and that's why a lot of services became unusable. After some time, the customers became unhappy, and that's why also DevOps as an approach and Agile went to be used very much. That would be one friction between IT and the business, the most known friction. But of course, there is a friction or misalignment also between all the other groups, because between the first group, between people, process, and technology, there is a friction between them and the platform, and there is a friction between IT service owner and what platform teams delivers. because it's different people, different teams. They don't communicate to each other often. So they deliver something, they send it by a ticket, or they send it as some delivered product. And if there are any issues, it takes some time, and so on and so forth. If we have a look on what happens inside of each of these boxes, inside a people process technology box, there is a development, right? There is a dev team. And dev team wants to deploy as many features as possible with finishing the code as soon as possible. And they just want to have it deployed. On the other hand, test wants to have an easy writing of their test cases, easy to test code, but dev doesn't care, right? They don't care about their test cases. On the other hand, test doesn't care that much about how many times they return failed test with bugs to dev. And when it comes to operations or security, those often seems like a bottleneck, right? Because security wants security. On the other hand, development wants velocity. And if we look at that way on that, the operations is the same. Operations want stability. On the other hand, development wants velocity, and these are conflicting objectives, right? And we have different teams what wants different things. That's why we are here to talk about DevOps, because DevOps majorly solve that if it's done right. If you look on the platform team, that's the same. There is application team, there is database team, there is operating system team, there is infrastructure team, and all of those teams has their own goals, own objectives, and they don't collaborate with each other. And there is a friction between all of them. So much friction, so much misalignment. What that means for the business value? What it means for business value? It means that basically it will take ages, the business value to be delivered. And there will be so much waste that it will really create a lot of inefficiencies. Yeah. If we zoom in a little bit, I can show you what types of waste are there. What wastes such as waiting, misunderstanding, extra bugs, which are not which like extra incidents in other words, extra features what no one is going to use, hard to test code. Maybe we are over testing, we are testing too much, maybe we have insufficient tests. We have handoffs because we are handing off to each other, and that takes some time and to understand and to really understand what the other team wants and what the other team meant. There is a knowledge gap between each of the teams. Some teams want over control; they want too much control. Our security team usually wants over process. There is bureaucracy. And again, extra processes, extra features, what is not needed sometimes, and underutilized talent, because we have people who really know some things well, but they are not using their knowledge, and so on and so forth. Yeah? But this would be the main types of waste we see during the traditional IT, how the traditional IT delivers value. That's why the industry had looked to something what is quite old, which is the Conway's law. Melvin Conway was an American computer scientist and programmer and hacker who actually coined what is known as now the Conway's law. Basically, what does he said in 80s? He said that an organization that designs a system defined broadly will produce a design whose structure is copy of organization's communication structure. What that means? That means that basically, if you have an organization, that the organization is the same efficient as your communication structure is. What it means for us, how we should design our organization. If we take a look on Conway's law and we think of that, we understand that if we do a reverse Conway's maneuver, like reverse the Conway's law, and we say, all right, let's design our organization based on the best communication structure we are able to achieve. And once we achieve the best communication structure, let's design the organization structure based on this. So all our teams, all our roles and responsibilities, or the division structure, team structure, let's design it based on our communication structure which works. And this is exactly what Melvin and Conway meant. So based on that, we saw a book. There was a book which I will refer in next slide. But let me first show you how modern IT delivers value to the business. Modern IT delivers value to the business a little bit differently. We still see the business department here, but it's not anymore the business only, but it's biz dev ops or biz dev secops. And we see the public cloud and IT enablement teams in the IT part, right? Before there was IT and business. Right now we have biz DevOps teams and public cloud and IT. So basically, in the modern organizations, which I referred to before, we usually see usage of cloud because cloud is an enabler. Cloud is an enabler to modern IT. Cloud provider provides some service, and this cloud service is later then used with some friction, yes, but still it's used by line of business DevOps teams, or we can call them workload teams or product teams. And these product teams, they later then delivers value to the business process and to product, and they build upon that on product on service, again, with the same goals to be competitive, to achieve new markets, to do innovation. Demand, as you can see, go from product service to business process and directly to the line of business team. So there are like four less interactions than it was on the previous slide, because previously it was so many interactions. So here is the team what is actually delivering value. This is the team what is delivering value. Not before, the team which was delivering value was here in the end, right? In the end part, basically over here. Here was the team which was delivering value. But right now, the team which is delivering value is here. Is here in the start. This is the team what delivers value, okay? So that's different. But you see that we have here some platform enablement teams, because these line of business DevOps teams couldn't make everything working. And how this works, how this could work, I will tell you on different slide. What I'm gonna tell you on this slide is only that these in the platform enablement teams enables the line of business DevOps teams to be productive, efficient, and effective. And line of business DevOps team demand some changes or updates to the platform or enablement by their demand channel. So let me go and show you how this looks. But before that, let me also show you how short is the time. Yeah, you see the time here, it's just this long, yeah, this short, I might say, yeah, as you see the red arrow. If I go back on my previous slide, do you see how long was time to deliver value? This was so long. You see my red arrow, yeah. It took months, weeks, or ages even to deliver value. So let's have a look now how the modern IT actually could look like. That's one of the options. The book which I referred to is the Team Topologies book from Matthew Skelton and Manuel Pace, which really beautifully spoke about topologies which could be used to achieve the success. What they spoke about is that it's smart to create a platform team which would provide an underlying platform on which stream-aligned teams, workload teams, or DevOps teams, or however we call them, can build and support software products and services with really minimal friction. That there also exist these workload teams or biz DevOps teams, DevOps teams, product teams, whatever you want to call them. Here we call them stream-aligned teams, which tries to achieve high rate of flow and value delivery. But of course, these teams doesn't know everything, right? These teams really are oriented to the application, oriented to the product, what they are producing or maintaining. So they can't know how to do infrastructure as a code from the start. They might not know how they should do security in Azure or in other cloud, how they should do, let's say, network operations, how they should do security operation, how they should do governance, how they should do identity, how they should do different things such as RBAC, role-based access control, architecture, monitoring, etc. They might not know it. And that's why there exists something we call enabling team. And this enabling team is actually identifying all impediments or blockers or cross-team challenges and helping these teams by facilitation, meaning by coaching, to achieve their goals. Yeah. So this team it's helping to achieve their goals to stream align. And there is, of course, not one stream align team. There is more of them, right? So there is another for each product, for each application, there is another stream align team. So there is really a lot of stream align teams, and enabling team is facilitating that. In the start, the enabling team could be the same team as the platform team, because the platform team can be the one who is helping stream align teams when we starting this model. But later then, once everything is developed, platform team supposed to be primarily the team what is delivering platform products. Delivering platform products, well-prepared platform products from in Azure or in Microsoft terminology would be using the ARM templates, Bicep, Azure blueprints, or things what can build infrastructure as a code together with Azure policies, security policies, governance policies, and all types of policies we need to make sure the products are already governed, secure, compliant. So we can, as a governed, secure, and compliant products in form of ARM templates, Azure blueprints, etc., give it to the Stream-Align team to use it. So basically, my platform team is building those kind of products, and Stream-Align team is only consuming those products. So Stream-Align team is not allowed to actually work with different types of environments, except the products what platform team does. So Stream-Align team needs to work only on with the Azure technologies or services, products what platform team developed, which are already governed, already secure, already compliant, already operated, monitored well, etc. Because everything is prepared in the ARM template, so it's just a kind of plug and play. I take my ARM template, I change the parameters, and I deploy it, and I'm good to go. And I know it's governed, secure, compliant, etc. Of course, this doesn't it's not enough, right? Because stream align team sometimes needs expert help from people who knows things like HoloLens, IoT, machine learning, blockchain, or different other expert areas. And that's why we have the complicated subsystem team or SME team, which actually by collaboration works the stream-align team. So the enabling team works with them through coaching. So they coach them, they sit with them for a couple hours maybe, or they just reply on their message and help them. On the other hand, the subsystem team or SME team, they are in collaboration. So if I have, for example, one blockchain expert, and one of my stream-align teams needs a blockchain expertise, then the blockchain expert joins the stream-align team for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 sprints, let's say. He or she helps them to develop what is required during those sprints, and then he or she leaves the team and joins the other team who needs such expertise. So I basically have those experts available in some teams, and I am able to allow them to join other teams just to help the team to build that capability or that functionality what they need to, right? So what would be the platform team responsibilities? The platform team responsibilities would be, of course, governance. They need to set up the right governance, subscription model, management group policies, and all everything about governance. They would need to do cost management, everything what comes to cost management, managing of hybrid use benefits, managing of Azure Reserve instances, and so on and so forth. They would need to do network operations. They would need to do security operations. They would need to do identity operations. They would need to do system operations, which would mean to build up those products, those platform products, which I was referring to, right? So this would be the capabilities or functions of the platform. So if you have a look from Azure perspective, from Microsoft perspective, what this platform team does, we can look at Cloud Adoption Framework, which is the Microsoft way to achieve governance. And there are 5 disciplines: the cost management, security baseline, identity baseline, resource consistency, deployment acceleration. And these are the primary disciplines what this platform team works on. And they works on this continuously to achieve the best governance. But of course, this is the MVP. This is the minimum viable product. They try to work on it continuously. So they identify the top priority things, and they make sure that these things fit into 2-week or 3-week sprint, and they go and deliver it in 2-week or 3-week sprint. But later then they identify another priority things which fit into sprint number 2 and sprint number 3 and sprint number 4, and of course this goes continuously, and continuously we deliver value by that, and we increase our maturity, and we increase our governance efficiency and effectivity. So that's what platform team does from the governance standpoint. From the operational standpoint, the governance team does things related to inventory and visibility, so monitoring of everything, operational compliance, patching, policy enforcement, workload migrations, resource configuration, etc. Everything what is operational. Platform team also does protect and recover, so backup, data protection, business continuity, disaster recovery. And last but not least, the workload operations, like automation, performance monitoring, etc. And also they care of operational processes, which should be enforced and which should be followed by all DevOps teams. So these would be 2 main capabilities of platform teams, like governance and operations, in many aspects, as I told you previous slide. Of course, the governance team needs to have different skills, right? So if you have a look on this slide, here is like different paths. If you look at the bottom, these are different Azure personas. This is like Azure Architect Persona 1, Azure Architect Persona 2. Here we have DevOps Architect Persona 1 and Data and AI Persona. And we might have different numbers of personas in every platform team. But what is important here, why I'm showing this to you? For example, Microsoft solves this with different types of certifications. So we have different types of certifications to help you to really get on the sufficient level of different persona capabilities. And this is something what is very important, so that in the platform team there are people not all the same knowledge, but there are kind of T-shaped professionals. So I know the basics of all the platform, and then I'm expert in DevOps, then I'm expert in CI/CD, then I'm expert in security, then I'm expert in identity, and then I'm expert in AI, or then I'm expert in data, or then I'm expert in solution engineering. Okay, so I have different people. Let's say if I have 5 people or 6 people, I try that all of these 6 people are having the different path, different learning path, different know-how. Of course, ideally, it's to have 2 members per each path, because if I go to vacation, my colleague can take it over, or vice versa. But not always this happens, so because not always the platform teams are that big. So at least one, but the primary goal here is really to have different personas, so at different learning paths. And this is one way how you can show. Yeah, you can see the DevOps persona needs to learn Azure fundamentals, data fundamentals, AI fundamentals, security and compliance fundamentals as a fundamentals accreditation. Then they should learn Azure administrator, which will be secondary. And later then, this is the same for everyone. And later then, this persona would learn Azure developer, AZ 204, Azure DevOps engineer, AZ 200, AZ 400, and then DevOps Dojo, which is kind of Microsoft DevOps professional certification or learning we have available. So this would be it. This would be platform team. So let's have a look on the workload team. If you have a look on the workload team, the workload team structure should be following. Yeah, we should have the workload team is the one, the application team who's delivering value, the product team or the biz DevOps team, yeah, the DevOps team, not the platform team, because DevOps team is using the platform team product. So this team actually should have different capabilities. Primarily, they should have some Azure and platform knowledge, because this is the key. Yeah, they to have really good Azure and platform knowledge. They should also have the general application knowledge, because these are two knowledge which is they need to have in general. But they are also T-shaped professionals. So I will have one person which will know security very well. I will have second person who knows application very well. I will have third person who knows security very well. Maybe I have two. I have other person who knows infrastructure very well. I have CI/CD person who knows the CI/CD very well. I have automation person who knows automation very well. I have operation person who knows operations and the ops part, the site reliability engineering part very well, and I have database guy. Let's say, yeah. These are just an examples. Of course, this expertises could look differently in every organization, different team. But the main goal here is that I have, let's say, 8 people, or the recommendation is 8 to 12 people in my DevOps team, and that each of them has different specialization. And again, it's good practice if I have 2 which does the same, so they can switch during the vacation, etc. But I should try to have really different specializations and different, again, the learning paths for each of them, because I want to achieve that this team is sustainable. This team has ability to deploy their infrastructure themselves. They can. So we have, as you can see, we have infrastructure SME, right? So this infrastructure SME can deploy the infrastructure themselves. They don't need anyone. They take the platform product and they deploy themselves. They can update themselves. I have security guy who knows how to update their things regarding security and how to make sure everything is secure. We have CI/CD guy who knows how to deploy it well using Azure DevOps, GitHub, or whatever. We have automation guy who knows how to automate things if required. We have operations guys who knows how to do things regarding operations. So
Daniel,
these are, yes, sir.
Just we are running out of time, so could you please wrap up in very shortly? Thank you.
Sure, I will. Thank you very much. So this would be the things regarding the workload team structure, right? So if we go on, the workload team needs to have some key pillars and capabilities. DevOps is a really holistic way. You need to consider people, process, and technology. In Microsoft, we have DevOps Dojo, and which consists of culture, lean product architecture, technology, and different types of 8 practices we have, which were defined based on the Microsoft DevOps teams. Microsoft DevOps team learnings during our Microsoft transformation, and this is something also what we offer to our customers and to the public. So you can read about it, and you will see it on my final slides, which comes right after this one. So the different capabilities what DevOps needs to have, you need to have in mind that DevOps, based on the different researches, is the people challenge in DevOps. It's primarily 50%. It's usually 50%. So 50% of challenges in DevOps are based on people. So people are the most challenging thing when you want to transform to DevOps. The process is the other challenging thing, which is very challenging to really change all the processes inside organization, from project management to product management, from ITIL to DevOps, etc. And all that, it's another 40% challenges. And the technology in DevOps is only 10% challenge usually, because for technology, you have usually manuals on internet or on, and this is not easy, but it takes a lot of effort, but you are in the end able to achieve it. But with people and with processes, it's much harder, because organizations, are very complex, a lot of processes, a lot of people challenges, and these are very hard to address. So if you look at DevOps from mutually exclusive and collective exhaustive perspective, the method principle, you really go and you see that people are 50%, process are 40%, technology is 10%. Last but not least, how you organize in the DevOps organization. So when you want to organize the DevOps organization, you have usually, this is Spotify model. So these are different sectors. So you see different sectors, different teams. Vertically, you have different teams or squads. And horizontally, you have different communities, which these people in different teams can talk together. Yeah. So these virtual communities can help. And then you have some sector leads, product owners, design leads, etc. What it's supposed to achieve? In general, it should help you with all the red to decrease all the red. The modern IT outcomes should be to decrease all the red on the left side. Ideally, you should increase all the green on the right side. So everything what is green here, you should increase. By this approach, everything what is on the left side, you should decrease. Of course, it also depends how you transform, how you do it well. What it means for your business? It means decrease cost and increase revenue in simple words. But of course, again, it means how you transform, because if you 10 times fail to do transformation, then it's probably not going to increase revenue, and it will increase cost a lot. If you get help for some organization to do it, then it might be much easier. So consulting would definitely recommend. So key session takeaways for this session. So modern IT is more than DevOps. Modern IT is modern service management. It's culture transformation. It's adoption and change management, or people change management. This is really using the cloud native tools and everything what I refer to. Focusing on user experience and end user experience and custom experience, because DevOps is only an enabler to the modern IT. The new tools. Use new tools only with new ways of working. Don't use new tools with all ways of working, with all processes, with all governance, with all compliance, with all security boundaries. That's not gonna work. Always think about Conway's law. When you are designing your team, your organization, always think of Conway's law. If you look at platform team, you have platform team, couple enablement teams, subject matter expert teams, and many workload teams. That's the way how to use this model. One of the models which are available publicly, which I'm referring to. Everyone works agile. Don't forget, everyone works agile. This is not waterfall delivery. Everyone works agile in sprints. So even platform team delivers their platform products in sprints, 2-week or 3-week sprint. And all of them are T-shaped professionals, at least 2 per one specialization. DevOps challenges. So that would be, and the last one, DevOps challenges are 90% of people in process. With that being said, I would like to also share with you that if you would be interested for sessions tomorrow, which are the paid track, I have from me the 2 tickets available for tomorrow. You can actually reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm selling them $100 each, so you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm happy if you reach out. I'm happy to sell it to you since I have no use for them. So 2 tickets available. Thank you if you reach out to me. And the final slide, I would like to share with you how you can learn more about this session. So you can learn more if you contact the local Microsoft team, Unified Support Microsoft Consulting. You should ask for Culture and Cloud Experience Team, CCX or MSN. You can also visit Microsoft portal, aka.ms/CAF, Cloud Adoption Framework, where you learn more. And you can also check the devblogs.microsoft.com/devops, where you can find more about DevOps Dojo. Or anytime, if you want to learn more, or if you want to buy the ticket for $100 for tomorrow, which usually costs 325, please contact me directly. Add me on LinkedIn. I'm very happy to add you. My name is Daniel Jesnik. This was my session about modern cloud organization design. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for the marvelous, insightful, and the detailed talk. So I hope everyone enjoy it. So thank you very much for your time in explaining and putting the efforts on the conference as well. Thank you very much, Daniel. I will speak with you soon, and you enjoy the rest of the evening and the rest of the